What is going on, everybody? It's the Front, and we're here for a Raw review for last night's episode of Monday Night Raw. Again, another disappointing episode. Started out fine with a Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre match versus AJ Styles match. It was a 3-way match, and as it is, we start off good. I don't know if you have Vince McMahon, who books all these shows. We know that if he starts the shows out like in a really good mood, and then he just gets worse and worse and worse, and depressed or something as he goes. But it just feels like these shows start off really good, and then they just fall off a cliff and go nowhere. As I said, Randy Orton and AJ Styles versus Drew McIntyre. This was supposed to be Randy versus AJ. The show started off with Randy Orton coming out. He said that he was asked to come out and excitedly, in quotations, excitedly welcome everyone to Raw. But excitedly isn't his style, so he would like to invite a specific superstar to the ring right now. AJ Styles, get your ass out here. Says while AJ is out here, we will show everyone that he is the number one favorite for the Rumble match, and he might as well hit AJ with an RKO, as he does it the RKO. AJ comes out. They have words. AJ says that he's the Rumble's favorite, not Orton. AJ brags about hitting that RKO last week, saying it was the best RKO ever. It was phenomenal. AJ says maybe all he needs is that RKO to throw 29 men or other men off or out of the Rumble, including Orton, champion Brock Lesnar, and out comes Drew McIntyre, who makes his way out. Drew says that includes him. He has some issues with his recent opponents, but he's looking for a bigger. He even mentioned how last week the Conga line had me on the ropes, but I persevered through and won that match. I found that pretty funny. Babyface Drew McIntyre on the main roster was absolutely fantastic. I don't know who's coming up with this guy's shtick, but this guy is actually better than he was as a heel. Like I said, the heel Drew McIntyre definitely was done. There was nowhere else to go for right now. Have him have this babyface run. If they want to turn him heel later as world champion, whatever, that's fine. But for now, babyface is the way to go. And then we have ourselves some dick jokes as he says his Claymore is bigger. Orton drops his mic and watches from the corner. Drew says he also knows who's winning the Rumble and he wants to prove it tonight. House Kentucky, they have two options. Watch us talk all night, or the three of us can shut up and have a triple threat right now. Ding ding. He said ding ding, let's start the match. The ref comes out, ring the bell, and we have a match here. AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and of course Drew McIntyre. This was a fun match and a good way to start off Monday Night Raw. So again, Monday Night Raw started off great, good, fun. I enjoyed it. How you go this, the way it started, to just the show falling downhill, I guess Lashley and Lana, rusev and Liv helps out as well, I guess. So Future Shock DDT from Drew McIntyre, Glasgow Kiss to Randy Orton. I'm so tired of seeing the Glasgow Kiss. Drew McIntyre is gonna regret that later. Orton ends up hitting a Styles Clash on AJ Styles for a 2 count. He hit a 2 count off of that. Fans want the RKO. He tries for it the first time. Orton, AJ blocks it, rolls in up for a 2. Orton rolls through, hits an RKO. Drew McIntyre comes in. Boom! Claymore kick 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre with momentum going into the Royal Rumble. I said it once before and I'll say it again. Drew McIntyre should be winning the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre should be challenging Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And those two should be main eventing so you can get the title on to somebody called Drew McIntyre. Brock Lesnar. I don't want to see Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. I don't want to see Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez. I don't want to see Brock Lesnar versus Tyson Fury. Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. Brock Lesnar versus Roman. Brock Lesnar versus anybody outside of a Drew McIntyre. If it's not Drew McIntyre, then you're doing something wrong. After the match, Drew stands tall, pops as the music hits. Drew stands tall in the corner as Law predicts him to win the Rumble match, which of course he's going to predict many people before the Rumble is over until we get to the final winner, and he's like, that was my pick all along. AOP's warming up backstage while Seth Rollins walks in. He hopes they are excited about tonight as he is, because opportunity like this don't come along often. Rollins says this will say if you're not with them, you're against them. Rollins goes on about fate and how no one can stop them. Says this is unstoppable. This is a destiny of Raw, and I've sacrificed more than anyone can understand to guarantee that the destiny remains intact. Rollins goes on and says tonight There will be new word. They will show the world what happens when you don't embrace the vision of the Monday Night Messiah. Okay, so the Messiah thing is definitely, I think, working for Seth Rollins. It's better than the babyface role that he was running with. I would take this Seth Rollins over the Seth Rollins we had from, I'm going to say, SummerSlam on until he turned heel. So I think we'll go with that. Ricochet versus Mojo Rawley. Who cares? It's Mojo Rawley. Ricochet wins in about 2 minutes, maybe 3. Backstage, the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Alien Dawkins hyping up the show, lighting all the smoke, and they send it to Charlotte Flair's entrance. You know, there was a time when the Street Profits were actually cool. They were actually a fun tag team. They were, when the Street Profits did their smoke, the whatever the fuck that thing was, the Street Sermon or whatever it was. That stuff was fun. That stuff was cool, and of course that led to what you have now. But who cares? I don't. Why should you? They are just hype men. They're not going to do anything on the main roster. Why should anyone care? Then we go Charlotte Flair versus Sarah Logan again. Why this match is happening again is beyond me, other than the fact that it had no outcome last week. Bell rings, Flair levels Logan with a boot. Flair follows by the ball outside. Logan fans Flair into the apron. Flair with more big chops than fans woo with her. They continue brawling around the tangling into the barrier if the referee counts. Flair barely makes it in before the 10 count. They go out again. Flair puts Logan down first. Flair goes for the figure 4, locks it in, transitions to the figure 8 in the middle of the ring for an easy win. After the match, Flair stands tall over Logan as she calls for her robe, a different robe from last week, and puts it on while standing over Logan. Flair grabs Logan and tosses her over the top rope as if they were in the Rumble already. Yay, who cares? Flair is just so unimportant. Charlotte Flair, as Corey Graves mentioned on ATB a couple weeks ago, she is unimportant now more than she ever had been. And them putting her in the title picture would be cliche, it'd be boring, it'd been done already to death 2 years ago. And last year going into WrestleMania, so there's no reason to put her in the title picture until Becky loses the title. Possibly to Shayna Baszler, then you can worry about that. But for now, I think if I was Charlotte, I'd be wanting time off until the Rumble. And then after the Rumble, I would be wanting more time off just to, you know, not do anything, because they're not doing anything with her. She's not winning the Royal Rumble, even though I keep saying that it's going to happen every year, because I know WWE, Vince McMahon are just chomping at the bit to give Charlotte Flair the Royal Rumble win. And I just don't see it happening. We're going to have a contract signing between Asuka and Becky Lynch for their match at the Royal Rumble. Also the fist fight main event, which was so stupid. Except for the ending, it was fine. Kevin Owens is talking to Samoa Joe about tonight's main event, and Owens is a bit stressed. Joe tells him to relax because they got his big fist on their side. Joe says this fist needs to reintroduce itself to Seth Rollins tonight. Out comes Paul Heyman and champion Brock Lesnar. Heyman takes the mic, mocks the locals before giving the grand introduction. A USEC chant interrupts. Heyman and Lesnar exit the ring and look like they're leaving because of the chant. Fans boo them some more. Lesnar says something to Heyman on the ramp and he's not happy, but we can't hear what he's saying. Heyman goes to speak, but the boos get louder. Heyman announces his client does not suck. They both march back to the ring, and Lesnar enters the ring and raises the title in the air. But fans continue to boo. Lesnar says something else to Heyman, but we can't hear. Heyman says we're going to start over. Countdown 3, 2, 1, and he begins the introduction again. Lesnar raises the title into the intro again, but boos pick up. Heyman talks about how they announced last week that Lesnar will be entering the Royal Rumble match in the number 1 spot. Heyman says that was not a prediction, it was a spoiler, and says the spoilers show that there is a new streak in WWE, not the old streak. But this new streak of spoilers, which all come to life because they were written by, encouraged by, enabled by, implemented by, and executed by Brock Lesnar. Heyman goes about Lesnar won't just ease through the Rumble to a win. He will conquer and dominate. He will prove that everyone who doubts Heyman's spoiler is wrong. Heyman goes on and on with more of the same stuff he usually says until out comes, for whatever reason, on the Truth Killings, also known as R-Truth, the 24/7 24/7, 48/7, 7-Eleven, I-95, South in Kentucky European TV champion. Yes, that's him. Enters the ring and stares Lesnar down. Truth is glad Heyman called him out because he's here to set it off. Truth says Lesnar made the Fed win the Rumble, but his childhood hero John Cena taught him to never give up. I can't believe they're still going with this shtick because everyone knows that R-Truth is older than John Cena, but hey, whatever. Fans popped at Cena's name. Truth announces that his championship is officially in the Rumble now. Lesnar is just laughing at Truth. Truth goes on and mentions Heyman going over the top in the match. Lesnar continues to laugh at Truth's comedy. Heyman assures Truth that he's not in the match, but Truth will have to go face to face with Lesnar. Truth clarifies with Heyman about Heyman not being in the match. My bad, Truth says. Truth unofficially declares his spot in the Rumble now, adding that he wasn't listening to Paul. Truth says Heyman talks a lot and his mouth has a motor on it. Truth says Heyman also keeps giving away spoilers. Truth doesn't like spoilers. Truth isn't in the Rumble and doesn't want Brock tagging in the Sioux Falls City. Good grief, this is so bad. It's Suplex City, Heyman corrects him. Heyman yells that Truth isn't funny and nobody likes him. I liked R-Truth when he was Ron the Truth Killings in TNA Impact Wrestling, where he was a serious competitor and wasn't doing this garbage. Lesnar steps closer to Truth. Truth asks him what's up, then dances some and the music starts back up. Truth keeps asking what's up and dancing, continuing until Lesnar drops him with a big shot. Drops him again with the big F5 in the middle of the ring. Grabs the 24/7 title. Looks at it. Laughs, like I think I would too if I had it. Throws it on him. And just leaves. Lesnar takes the mic. He takes the mic first and says, "That's what's up." I popped at that one. Music hits, and he and Heyman march to the back. Lesnar and Heyman head to the back, stopping to look back at Truth in the middle of the ring. We go to commercial backroom break. We see what Brock just did. Truth is being helped up the ramp. Mojo Rally runs down the ramp, levels Truth with a big shot, covers. 1, 2, 3 is your new 24/7 garbage champion. Mojo stands tall with the title and talks trash and how anyone can get the title from him if they want it, but he's not going anywhere. We see Charlie Caruso interviewing Lana and Lashley as they arrive to the arena. Lana complains about what happened at a recent wedding and the ceremony last week. Lana says that they have decided about the 2 resolutions. They're accepting the fact that everyone, including Charlie, is jealous of their love and success. Number 2, they're going to crush Rusev. They walk away to end the segment, and we go to Bobby Lashley versus Rusev. The sooner this shit is over, the better. This match sucked. That's all I'm going to say is I can't even go into this match. It was so bad. On top of that, you have Liv Morgan walking out with knee-high heels, booty shorts, and a black halter top. She looked like a fucking hooker. She daring Lana to hit her. Lana stalls and grabs a drink and the fan in the front row, splashes in Liv's face, decks her, and launches into the barrier. Lashley takes advantage of the distraction in the ring, levels Rusev with a big spear. 1, 2, 3. Don't care. Don't care. Oh, this is so bad. And this is leading to a mixed tag team match next week on the Go Home Show. I'm surprised they didn't save it for pay-per-view. Because Rusev and Lashley and Lana were backstage. And Lana issues a challenge for next week for a mixed tag match. And of course, Bobby Lashley isn't happy because he just beat Rusev and he doesn't want to have to do it again. But he's going to have to. Opening challenge, the Viking Raiders. Remember when the Viking Raiders were the War Raiders and they were cool? That first for all my members. Remember when the Viking Raiders were the War Raiders and they were NXT, giving you some of the best tag team matches and best babyface run in all of WWE down there for a tag team? That first for all my members. This team deserves better. This team was DOA on day 1 when they were called the Viking Experience for a week, changing their names from Hanson Road to Eric and Ivar. And now they're going up against the Singh brothers. Like, Flores Hammer, 1, 2, 3, don't care. This match, like, AOP, the AOP, Street Profits, OC, Viking Raiders. That's all you have for tag teams. That's all you have for tag teams, and kind of annoying. That's it. Boring. So boring, I'm yawning, man. So boring, I'm yawning. There's something like more going on about how Lana and Lashley deserve each other and will fight them next week. Liz says she doesn't make promises she can't keep, so here's a promise. She is living the embodiment of Lana's karma, and that karma is a bitch that made it. She's apparently official for next week. Okay, don't care. So then we have a contract signing, and you know how these go. Both talk trash, both sign the contract, and then some shenanigans happen. Same thing here. This is good old fashioned, but instead of someone going through a table, missed to the face of Becky Lynch. She's in pain. She's demanding a microphone. Fans chant her name. Lynch finally gets the mic, and they have cleared most of the mist out of her eyes. Lynch says that after the awards and the acclaims are just poisoning for someone who likes to fight like her. She goes on and says Asuka is the most dangerous woman she's ever faced. Becky goes on with her threats and says if she has to go down again with Asuka at the Rumble, she's going down swinging and swears to God she will take Asuka with her. Backs the camera away and talks to the mic, then heads to the back as medics continue to check on her, and we go to commercial break. Man, has Becky Lynch cooled off more than anybody in WWE. She used to be cool. She used to be the hottest act. She's not completely burnt out yet, but I think it's getting there. Can they keep people interested with Becky Lynch going into WrestleMania? I honestly don't know. Just feels like it's starting to slowly but surely fade away. We have Andrade backstage with Sarah Schreiber. Vega interrupts and says Schreiber isn't qualified to speak to him. Vega goes on about Ray and how they will win again next week. Charlie is backstage with Ray now. He runs Andrade down and mentions how Andrade tried to take out Humberto Carrillo. Weren't they supposed to have a match this week? So now it's a title match. It's a title match and a ladder match next week. So wasn't the match advertised for this week? Am I missing something here? I'm pretty sure there was a match advertised for this week. Oh, so false advertising. As they do. Ray says he's not only taking back his title, but more importantly, he's taking it back from Andrade. Which, apparently, this is, I guess, the plan of having Rey Mysterio join the babyface team of the main event probably went by the wayside, but who knows? We still have ways to go. Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy. These guys always tear the house down. I don't know why they have the direction list for Aleister Black versus the direction list Buddy Murphy. Give these guys something to do. Murphy taunts Black, goes to the Black Mask, but Black ducks it and drops Murphy with its own Black Mask. You count, barely getting it, which was bullshit. Black Mask, 1, 2, 3. The referee didn't count the pinfall. Buddy Murphy never moved. This referee should be fined $500,000 and fired and given no pension, no nothing, whatever they go with. This guy should be taken out back and shown, sent back down to the performance center if anything, and shown how to run a match. You call it as a shoot. So now Buddy Murphy officially has on record as kicking out of the Black Mask. Second Black Mask while Buddy Murphy's on his knees. Black covers 1, 2, 3. That is that. After the match, Black stands tall as his music hits, and a frustrated Murphy sits at the barrier on the outside and stares at the camera from the ringside. Champion Brock Lesnar is confirmed for next week's Go Home Show, as he should, because it is the Go Home Show. I'm surprised they had him this week. I figured he wouldn't have been here for Raw this week if they would have did things right. This is this week. Goes into the show next week. And then we get a local enhancement talent versus Eric Rowan. While this match is going on, Buddy Murphy is still sitting in the barrier, just out of it. He has that distraught look on his face that, how do I beat this guy? Come on. Charlie Caruso goes over to Murphy against the barrier, but he has no interest in talking. So, Enhancement Tower gets his ass kicked. Iron Claw, 1, 2, 3, who cares? He stands tall, and he heads to the back with his cage. They're hyping this thing up as being something that he loves, that's real, that spewts blood or whatever. It's gonna be disappointing in the end. I know it is. Everyone knows it is because it's just how WWE goes. It's probably going to be Mae Young's hand that she gave birth to, the real hand, not that fucking person in a suit. It's gonna probably be Mae Young's hand as the pet. Who knows? Who cares? Fist fight, Big Show, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe versus Seth Rollins and the Authors of Pain. This is a last man standing match without the 10 count. Without the 10 count. There's no 10 count. As soon as all three members are down, the match is over. This thing went all over the place. This was your typical car crash. Buddy Murphy, of course, is still sitting on the outside. So these guys are beating the hell out of each other. Everyone's going everywhere. You have AOP, AOP, Kevin Owens, and Samoa Joe out by the announce table. You have Seth Rollins and Big Show fighting around the ring or in the ring. Seth Rollins is on the outside. He sees Buddy Murphy. He goes over to Buddy. He's like, "Buddy, help us. Help us." So he goes back into the ring. Him and Big Show have a little bit more of a brawl. When Big Show goes for the WMD, all of a sudden Buddy Murphy rushes in. Low blow. That sends it to the Messiah's way. They throw him through a table. Rollins is still in shock. Buddy help. Razor fights Owens on the stage, which still makes a save. Aiken Williams are beat Joe down on top of the announce table. Owens fights back, but AOP grabs him and chokes him through Joe and the announce table at once. We go to the ring. Show is trying to get up. Rollins with a stomp. Then Show into the corner. Joe launches Murphy over the top rope to the floor. Joe with a shot to Rollins in the corner. Joe climbs up, but AOP runs in and attacks from behind. AOP powerbomb Show from the corner to the mat. Murphy comes back in and picks Show up for the position, allowing Rollins to nearly stomp on Show in the middle of the ring. And then referee calls the matches. All three team members of Team Big Show are down. So yes, the fist fight was bland. It was what you would see in a normal car crash type of show match. But the fact that they finally gave Buddy Murphy something to do, hopefully him and Aleister Black are done with this. He lost 3 times, no more between those two. Yes, they can have great matches, but could we wait till Aleister Black or Buddy Murphy are off doing something more important, as Buddy Murphy looks to be doing? Thumbs up to that. That is definitely a positive for Buddy Murphy. Let's just see where they go. After the match, they celebrate, they hug Buddy Murphy. It looks like the faction is now a foursome and not just a threesome. Monday Night Raw overall, like I said, it started good. It started great with that triple threat match. Downhill from there. And then it gets a little uptick with that ending with Buddy Murphy joining the Messiah and the AOP. Other than that, Monday Night Raw, just another typical disappointing show. I don't like R-Truth having to do the whole comedy shtick. I never have. I like the more serious version of Ron Killings. He's just so much better as a serious guy, but they want to do the comedy shtick. Guy comes out and mistakes Milwaukee for Green Bay one time, and Vince McMahon is just like, he can't remember where we're at. That's funny. We'll have him go with that. And since then, he's been a comedy act outside of his run with the Miz when they had the Awesome Truth. But next week on Monday Night Raw is the go-home show. We had to sit through a Lana, Lashley versus Rusev and Liv Morgan. Oh my goodness. This needs to end. It's only going to end one way, and that's Lana and Rusev getting back together. But who knows when that's going to happen. And honestly, I don't care. Like I said, the only storyline on WWE television that's actually really compelling is Mandy Rose and Otis. And that's on SmackDown. This is Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch feels like she's cooling off. Tag team division is in the worst state it's ever been. And not much else to say. But hit that subscribe button, comment down below, like or dislike this video. Find me on Twitter at The France Club. Find me on twitch.tv/The France Club. And I'll see you guys Thursday for AEW. They're on thin ice too. AEW is on thin ice. If they don't move their get their shit together, I am scratching AEW from this channel. It will never be on here again.